You know, I've been getting a lot of questions about gaming desktops lately, and it got me wondering, is the Skytech Gaming Azure 3 Plus actually worth buying for you, like-minded gamers? I mean, you've got a lot of options out there, and not everyone's gonna be a perfect fit for this particular rig. Before we dive in, link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, let's take a closer look at what I ordered here. This thing's packing some serious horsepower. We're talking an AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D 4.2 GHz CPU, which can turbo boost all the way up to 5.0 GHz. Now, this is a beast of a processor, and I'll be honest with you, I was a bit skeptical about how it would handle some of the more demanding games at those high clock speeds, but so far, it's been a dream to work with. The NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti 16GB GDDR5 graphics card is another major player here, and let me tell you, games look crazy sharp running on this bad boy. Now, let's talk about the importance of cooling, especially if you're planning to push these components to the limit. Skytech has gone with a high-spec AIO liquid cooler for exceptional temperature management. It's almost whisper quiet too, so it won't distract you from your gaming experience while keeping everything running smoothly under load. I think that's probably the part that first came to mind when I saw other reviewers mention unmatched cooling. It definitely sounds fancy, and it turns out they weren't just pulling this out of thin air. Another aspect that's caught my eye here is the generous 1TB Gen4 NVMe SSD. Now, I know a lot of gamers will tell you that this is all about the speed and power, and let's face it, no one likes a slow load screen. This SSD in particular is capable of blazing fast read/write speeds, and it's had no trouble keeping up with any of the resource-heavy games I've thrown its way so far. Speaking of memory, this desktop is equipped with 32GB of DDR5 RAM, which I think we can both agree is plenty for just about any current game and even some future-proofing too. This Azure 3 Plus also sports some great connectivity options, including 802.11 AC Wi-Fi for seamless online gaming, and more than enough ports to hook up all your favorite peripherals. I mean, you'll find 2x mini DP for those who need the extra video output, 7x USB ports in case you need some for your keyboard and mouse and other peripherals, and I see they also support HDMI for those who wish to connect it up with a traditional 4K monitor. Okay, so let's talk reality for a second. We've gotten pretty theoretical up until this point, but let me tell you, one of the games that'll see performance improvements with this system is, predictably, Cyberpunk 2077. Not a big ask considering the 48GB, and honestly it does feel like it's running slightly more efficiently when maxing these graphics settings, especially on a game as demanding as this. In short, I was just really interested in how this powerful gaming PC would handle the heavy lifting, so the final verdict here is whether the improvements might actually be noticeable. One thing to consider before buying this desktop is the potential downsides. There's not exactly a ton of bloatware pre-installed, which has to be a relief to some. If at all you consider this an additional stress when purchasing off-shelf, it can be a welcome reprieve. Whereas another area where I initially felt there could be room for improvement was at how much room there is for additional upgrades down the line. As it stands now, there isn't a lot of extra internal real estate here to fit anything like, say, an additional NVMe drive, unless of course you decide to open up the case and find a bit of creativity to fit another fan or other parts. You also need to keep in mind any time or energy invested may void your warranty, which at best comes off as somewhat annoying when you could otherwise spend your time on your favorite game title. Pros and cons in brief: if I had to give this thing a solid thumbs up, it's for the sheer amount of power on tap here, the excellent cooling system, and the fact that it looks as slick as it feels. Now my only two gripes so far would be the somewhat limited upgradability. It's not entirely impossible, just less straightforward than others we've reviewed, but the one thing that keeps me from truly hating that about the system is how easily I can be back at 100% performance without even having to leave my office chair. Anyway, that's a good first impression with the Skytech Gaming Azure 3 Plus desktop. If it seems like this is a great rig for your gaming needs, you can check it out by clicking the link in the description to see more product details. Thanks for joining me today. I'll catch you in the next one.